I can't think of anything more important than understanding that the better our relationship with God, the better all our relationships. If you become close to Him, something is happening within you. You are receiving His love. You're receiving His patience. You're receiving His gentleness. You're receiving His forgiveness. All of the fruits of the Spirit are coming to you in your relationship with God. In these times of stillness, He's not inactive. He's bringing about change from the inside out, not the out. Legalism wants change from the outside in. Change your behavior and you'll become a better person. God says, if I change your heart, your behavior will follow and your behavior will become better, because at the deepest level, your attitudes are changing, your thoughts are changing, and your very desires are changing. So once we come into intimacy with God and we're experiencing more and more of the fruits of the Spirit coming to us, they're not just coming to us, they're changing us, which means as we go about our relationships, we will then have more of those fruits for others. And what relationship doesn't need forgiveness? What relationship doesn't need compassion, gentleness, long-suffering, self-control? So whatever is happening within us in our relationship with God then has an effect on our relationship with everybody else. And of course, the number one relationship in your life other than God is your spouse. And what marriage doesn't need more gentleness, more self-control, more patience, more love, more forgiveness? That's the food of a good relationship. Those are the ingredients and nutrients of a good relationship. So even when one party to the marriage becomes intimate with God and begins to have these kinds of transformational times with Him, it then affects the marriage. And oftentimes, the other spouse will respond to those good things. They'll be influenced by those good things coming through their spouse, and they will find their attitudes changing. But imagine how effective it would be if both of those parties, husband and wife, each of them developed their intimate relationship with God. It's like synergy is greater than the sum of the parts. Something will be happening in that marriage that is absolutely wonderful, because they're both aligned properly with the Lord. And that means that now they're going to relate to each other in a far different way. So it's love in love with love in love with love in love with what? Love, going back and forth. And it just gets stronger and stronger and deeper. But it all starts with your own personal relationship. It cannot help but change the marriage. And it certainly did in our marriage. And we've had so many stresses and so much difficulty. Shelley's been sick for over 30 years and going on about 30 years. And that as a stress in a marriage is huge. But because of our individual relationships with God, we're able to not just manage it, we're able to thrive in knowing what to pray for someone. I talked about knowing what to pray for. What does Jesus want for that person? In counseling sessions, it is the most profound thing to be counseling with someone and trying to figure out what the root issue is and when it started and how it started and all of this, and then what they need in the moment. It's the most wonderful thing to be able to say to a person, and I have to do this frequently in counseling, I need to be still for a few minutes. Is it okay with you if I just be still for a few minutes and listen to the Lord? And most people, yes, please do it. And then when I do it and I find that place of stillness and peace with Him within, then very often He speaks and says, okay, this is what you should ask next, or this is what they need, or this is how to pray. So counseling doesn't become human wisdom for another. Counseling becomes the very thoughts of God and direction of God in the moment for someone else. Can you imagine how much more powerful that kind of counseling is than just giving them wisdom, human wisdom? So the benefits of acquiring that kind of relationship with God that we've been talking about, the benefits are so great, and they affect all of our relationships, even people at work. even people in a line at the bank or wherever you happen to be.